YouTube. I haven't done a video in a while, so I apologize for that. I just started my real estate back up again. I actually was just doing inspections, but now I'm starting to do actual real estate. So I wanted to do a video on let's talk about protecting your mind, okay? Your mind is a wonderful gift from God, and it is essential that we all protect our minds, protect what you allow in your mind, the things that you take in, things that you see. Okay, so either you're going to hear it or you're going to see it. And so you need to protect yourself from things that can be damaging to your mind, like negative people or negative things that you see that it's probably best not to see. You know, even in Proverbs, which is a great book of the Bible, it talks about guard your mind. It does. And the reason why you should do that, because those things can really affect you in your life. And it can affect you in a bad way. And the whole thing, even when it comes down to relationships with the whole birds of a feather flock together, that's totally true. I know it's a cliche, but it really is true. Now that I'm older, I can appreciate that, and I understand exactly what it means. I'll give you an example. I'm gonna really be real with you right now, okay? So don't judge me, and that's just what it is. I'm a very shameless person, so I will tell you and talk about anything. But I'll tell you, one of my biggest things was negative people. I was around like a person that talks very negative, and honestly, I started thinking the same way. Everything I looked at it in a negative way. So I started going to these seminars, you know, for real estate and investment and all these things that I was doing. And I started learning a new way, right? And I'm like, oh my God, everything now, when I changed my mind from thinking that way to this way, to the good way, all the stuff that I was feeding myself, that's all that I was projecting out. And everything that's in your mind, most action starts with thoughts. So if you start to think it, that's what's going to probably manifest. So I started thinking all these wonderful great things, and that's how I look at life, like in a wonderful great way. Even in a situation that could be better, I still think I take something from it to make it better. And then I'll give you another example, which this is really real. So you know, you got porn that's out there, unfortunately, and I'm not a big porn person. I'm not gonna say like I'm some saint, like I've never seen it before. I have. And am I a watcher? Not really. I don't watch that. I don't like it because of how it can affect your mind. And when I say that, for instance, I was watching something, and I think that it got into my mind to think that I wanted to do such a thing, and I know that I wouldn't want to do that had I not seen something that affected me, which I think that's what watching something like that can do. Especially when it comes down to a sexual situation, because you, after a while, if something is the same old mundane, you want something different, and then you will start to entertain. But if you never even seen this in the first place, which I really believe why God wanted us to be virgins before we got married, you would not even think about this stuff. If you've never even seen it, if you've never been with a man before you got married, you're going to love only what your husband gives you. And I really do believe that's why actually women should be virgins before they get married, because you're not experienced with all these other things or seeing all these other things that you shouldn't be seeing and feeding your mind in the first place. You know, so if you feed your mind wonderful, great things, the things in your mind will come to fruition eventually, especially if you have the will for it to happen. So just protect your mind, people, because it's a wonderful gift, and you can do a lot with it. It's extremely powerful. It is, your mind is powerful, but you have to make sure that you control your body with your mind and not let your body rule you. Okay? So don't give into temptations and, oh, I gotta call him because I miss him, I forgive him. No. If you know he been beating your ass or doing something horrible, no, you don't need to call him. You need to listen to your mind and do what you know is right, because our bodies tend to always be the one that we're constantly fighting and battling our mind. Okay, that's our battlefield, our bodies, because our bodies is just flesh and it reacts naturally to, because it's just naturally fresh. But we gotta think with our minds and our spirits and allow the good things that we know that we should be feeding ourselves to guide us with God in front. Okay, so I wanted to just talk about that. Protect your mind, and I would definitely come back and do another video very soon.